Hey, what's going on, No Nation? This your guy, Kelvin Hunt, editor of ChopChat.com. Welcome to the Built for Playmakers YouTube channel, where we talk FSU all day, every day. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. This is my second episode this week. As promised, told you guys we'll be producing more content regularly. So here we are, baby. Let's get into it. In this episode, we're going to talk about Johnny Wilson. Johnny Wilson had an excellent combine this past weekend. For whatever reason, I don't see him among many of the biggest winners. And some of the more national kind of outlets or whatnot. I don't know why. It's crazy. I'm even seeing some people saying that, he could still potentially make a move to tight end. I'm here to tell you why that's not the case. Johnny Wilson absolutely can play wide receiver in the NFL. And so we're going to look at some film and basically prove to you why that'll be the case. All right. But before we do that, I do want to mention our latest sponsor. I love my betting friends, guys. So betting on them with anything, sports games, who's fast, whatever. That's what Cut allows me to do. The Cut app is a peer-to-peer social media. I shouldn't say social media, social betting platform that's legal in 40 plus states. Cut has customizable odds, tracking capabilities, and an entire social network with group chats, user profiles, and rewards, all payments, no need for Venmo. And basically, the best way to think about this is, how, like, if you're talking with a rival fan, like a Miami fan or a Florida fan or whomever, and you want to bet on a game and you make a bet, right? And you're like, okay, we made this bet, and then you win the bet, and then the rival fan, because, they punks, they don't want to pay you the money that they owe you because they lost the bet. Well, this is a way to avoid that. You can bet on, who's going to win the game. Like I said, anything you can think of to wager on, you can do on this peer-to-peer social betting platform. All right. So how do you do it? You go to use our promo code, right? Our promo code is Believe FSU. So it's BLEAV FSU for a 10% welcome deposit bonus. Don't forget that promo code. Cut. Put your money where your mouth is. All right. So yeah. So let's go ahead and get into it here. And we're going to look at some film with Johnny Wilson. And Johnny Wilson is one of my favorite players. I don't know why. It's I don't know why. Just something about Johnny I like, man. He just comes to work every day. And maybe it was because a lot of guys counted him out whenever FSU took him from the portal or whatever. But here we're going to use Just Bombs Productions. He does a really good job of putting clips together, highlights. So make sure you check him out. And so, yeah. So here we go. Fast forward. 6'7", 237. You guys know all the measurements. Johnny ran a 4.5, what was 4.52, 4.53 in the 40. With a really quick 10-yard split. That is key. He's not slow off the line. He's huge. Cornerbacks are not going to be able to jam him off the line of scrimmage. All right. So if you play off like this right here, you really have no shot. This is Johnny down here. So let's see what happens. This is against Virginia Tech. I was actually at this game too, so this is pretty cool to see. All right. So you can see Johnny had the guy beat. Here we go. This is a better angle. Look at this. Woo! Look at the separation. Look at that. If Jordan throws this ball and he threw it behind him, if he'd have threw it out in front like he should have, that would have been, he wouldn't even had to fall down or anything. I remember this play. I thought this play coming up against Clemson was going to be the game-winning drive before they had to pull it out in other fashions. But if you look at it, again, they're playing off a little bit, and he puts a move on him, and he's got the guy beat. Hands, all hands. Look at that, all hands. I mean, look at this. I mean, you can't really see it there, but I mean, the way he caught this ball with his hands was crazy. Look at that. So think about it this way too. He has the longest wingspan of anybody in the history of the NFL Combine as far as receiver goes. So even I read something where a lot of his catches are contested, and Some of that can be, attributed to play calling. Some of it could be attributed to quarterback play. The thing is, even if he's covered, his arms are so long that, if he's covered and the ball's up here, the guy's defending, his hands are down here. There's you can't do nothing with that. It's kind of like with Kelvin Benjamin on the game-winning catch against Auburn. He was defended, but the ball was thrown to a place that only KB could catch it, and that's kind of the same deal with Johnny Wilson. Another thing is Johnny is really strong, really physical. So in the running game, you'll see that play with Johnny as well. You see Johnny here, this guy up. Look, just erases that dude. Smaller cornerbacks have no chance whatsoever. When he locks on, it's a wrap. And he's a willing blocker too. So, that's not as important in the pro game, but it's something to take advantage of. Something that's smaller wide receivers, like the Xavier Worthy guys of the world, the 5'11", 155, 160 guys, they ain't not going to be doing that in the NFL. Johnny Wilson's at the bottom here. Look at that. That's kind of what I'm talking about there. The guy has no, so he's bailing here. You just throw it up one-on-one. I mean, you can't stop that. You cannot stop that. All right, so here, look at the separation. Look at this. Look at that. This is what's going to separate Johnny right here. These back shoulder throws. I mean, these kind of count too, where you talk about contested catches. You have the guys there, but if these are executed correctly, it is unstoppable. You cannot stop these plays right here. And Johnny has, some people question his hands, but I think his hands are fine. He only had, I think it was 5 drops and 71 targets. So that's like a 7% drop rate. I can live with that whenever he makes really tough contested catches. Look at this. You cannot defend that. It's unstoppable. See, I mean, if you have good timing on that play right there, you can be in the NFL. It doesn't matter. You cannot stop that. Again, this is another instance where you just throw it up. He's 6'7". Look, the defender's head is looking away from the quarterback. You just got to throw it up. So you don't have many guys that can do this. This guy is Coach Storm says he's an alien. He is an alien, right? I mean, if you wanted to put him in tight end, you could. I mean, but he can play wide receiver in the NFL. If Kelvin Benjamin can play wide receiver in the NFL, Johnny Wilson definitely can play wide receiver in the NFL. The only reason Kelvin Benjamin didn't continue to play in the NFL is because he just didn't have the work ethic. He got injured, as well. But Johnny Wilson is a different breed compared to Kelvin Benjamin. I love Kelvin Benjamin. We got the same first name, which is rare. But Johnny's a different type of cat. You got physical. That's what I'm talking about. You cannot stop that. You cannot stop that play right there. Let's go back to that one. I want to go back to that one. All right. So the guy's there.
The throw, and a flag is down. The pass is caught
down
the sideline by Johnny Wilson. Inbounds at the 14 to move the chains. After the play fake on target to Johnny Wilson is Jordan Travis. He was dragged down in Miami territory near the 38.
So that's a timing play. That's a timing play. Johnny sells the route. Guys got to respect it. He's fast enough to where you got to respect him. You got to respect him going by you.
Jordan Travis, he's dragged down in Miami territory.
So if that throw is on time, there's nothing you can do to stop it.
Fake it to him. Travis backpedals and fires high and going up making a catch.
So on this play, I think Jordan just held the ball forever. Contested catch. Yeah, look at that. So that's the prime example of what I'm talking about right there.
Another
look at this.
Contested catch.
Look at that. The hands at his elbow. There's nothing you can do, bro. There's nothing you can do to stop that.
Travis will throw, lobs it deep, and
right
is Johnny Wilson inside the 40.
Johnny doesn't get separation.
The 30, touchdown saving tackle by Elijah Jones, but a gain of 40.
Now look, he didn't have the breakaway speed, but he averaged over 15 yards a catch.
For Travis.
Over the tough catch in traffic
by Johnny Wilson.
I think Jordan was a little later now. Yeah, see, he should have already
thrown they're going to mark it just short, a gain of 9.
Jordan was late on that. So yeah, Johnny Wilson can absolutely play wide receiver in the NFL. There's a reason why he said no teams asked him to make the switch to tight end. And, those guys that are out there, just looking at his size and measurements and not really watching the game film, they're the ones saying that, he should make the move. But listen, like I said, if Benjamin can play in the NFL that size, Johnny can. And Johnny's, again, much more willingly, he's willing to put in the work, I should say. I think he likes the game of football more than Kelvin Benjamin did. So just wanted to give some love to my guy, Johnny Wilson. Put that out there. Hopefully it's some interesting content that you guys enjoy. Make sure you like this video, subscribe. We're just, like I said, trying to get back in the groove, get into a more consistent routine with producing content here in the off season. I know it's a long time until August, but we do have some interesting things coming up with spring camp starting and pro days coming up and all that. So again, going to have content coming. So make sure you subscribe, turn those notifications on. And like this, man, like this for me, get it on out there. We got to get this channel back out into the algorithm so that we can find more FSU fans. So would appreciate it. And until next time, go Noles.